You want to know my biggest problem with Stevonnie as a fusion? I mean, it's like, it's a cool idea, or like, she is cool and I do like her, but you want to know my biggest problem with her? They never have her do anything cool or interesting. And I'm talking about, of course, Beach City Drift, which is the newest episode with Stevonnie in it. And I like this fusion. It's a really cool fusion. I like the voice actor that does the fusion. I like the design. It's a cool ass fusion. But she never does anything awesome. I mean, if you can like, you know what Stevonnie's leading up to. If you can think, like, if you know this show, you can probably piece together what Stevonnie's leading up to, or at least what I think it's leading up to. It's like, it's so obvious it's not even really a theory. It's so obvious it's not even really a theory. I mean, like the sword, the shields, Connie's learning how to sword fight, Steven's shield. It's obvious. When they fuse together, they're going to be one perfect warrior with the sword and the shield. It's going to be badass. It's going to be fucking awesome. But she hasn't done anything cool yet. I'm trying to think, like, what is everything Stevonnie's done so far? In this episode, she drives a car. She's danced before. She's gone to like a techno rave. She's bought a donut. That's it. It irritates the hell out of me because like this fusion is so cool and has the possibilities to do amazing shit, and they never really have her do anything all that cool. And in this episode, I don't really understand this episode. I'm not talking about like the plot. I got the plot and I understand what was going on, but I don't understand why it's happening really. And that's like the first time this has really happened in the Steven Universe episode. And basically what I mean by that is I don't understand Steven's hatred towards this guy, Kevin, because the whole premise of this episode is just pretty much like a street race between Kevin and Stevonnie, you know? And Steven hates Kevin. Like, he's just like, I've never seen him just like, he's just so venomous towards him. Like, he really hates this guy. And I'm like, Steven? The kid who likes everybody, literally everybody, even like Lars and Ronaldo, he hates Kevin? What? Why? I mean, I tried to like understand, like maybe it's because like Stevonnie is like basically like his and Connie's kid and he hit on them, or maybe he feels like, you know, he hit on Connie kind of, and it's like he hit on his girl. I mean, I don't get it. Like, I don't understand. Like, I tried going at this at every angle and I don't get why he's so obsessed with hating this guy. It seems kind of arbitrary. He just really just hates him. He just hates Kevin, just hates him to pieces. And I don't get it. You can put up with Lars, but you hate Kevin? Is it because he flirted with you? Is it because he flirted with Connie? Are you jealous? Like, I don't get like why he hates him so much. Hates him enough to fuse together and pretty much steal his dad's car and participate in a street race. I just don't get it. Why does he hate this guy so much? It kept bothering me throughout the whole episode. I just did not understand why he has this disdain for this guy, especially when he could put up with douchebags like Lars. I feel like this is a character who can make friends with like Jasper, but he hates Kevin. I just don't get it. It really just seems like an arbitrary reason to have this episode have a plot. There's one moment in the episode where Stevonnie falls apart, and it's like symbolized by the road behind them falling apart. And I thought that was a really cool moment because it shows that like Connie and Steven were on the same page. Like, he's like, I hate this guy, and Connie's like, but why though? Like, it at least like that's kind of what I felt out of that scene. It could have just been like they weren't seeing eye to eye at the moment, but it felt like it was more like Connie's like, I get it, you don't like this guy, but why do you hate him so much? And they never really explain why. I just really don't get that. The episode kind of falls apart without that. I mean, is Kevin a douchebag? Yes, he is. But so is Lars. I mean, like in that episode, the new Lars that came out, I think that was last night's episode. In that episode, we see that Lars is a total, like, he seems to be kind of a douchebag to his parents. And Steven still likes him. So why does he hate this guy so much? Like, I know I know I'm dwelling on that, but the episode kind of hinges on that point that Steven really hates this guy. And we have a character that's so likable, like Steven, who just likes everybody and is so happy and carefree. It's weird that he's just like concentrated and focused like on hating this guy. It's not even like he's like, oh yeah, that guy's kind of a jerk. No, he actively hates this guy throughout the episode. It's weird to me, like, that this character would hate anybody. It's so odd to me. So in this episode, Greg buys like his dream car, and Steven and Connie take that as an opportunity to have like a street race with Kevin, the guy from Alone Together. I think it's the episode where they first fused together, and they just want to get revenge on him because Steven just hates him so much. So he wants to get revenge by stealing away his like first place trophy, which there is no trophy in this episode, so I don't know what that was about. But anyway, he wants to beat him at his own game and just rub his face in it because fuck Kevin, that guy is the worst. You know, for some reason, I don't know. So from that point forward, we have kind of like your standard street race, teenagers out at night driving on like a mountain and Tokyo Drift, Fast and Furious kind of race deal going on, and that's pretty much the buff of the entire episode. It's just like a blind revenge story where they want to beat this guy at a race because I don't like that guy and I just want to beat him and rub his nose in it. That's it. That's the whole episode. Does it sound shallow? Like, does my description of it sound shallow? That's because that's the episode. That's really all that happens in this episode. And then, of course, they have that moment where they realize, like, you know what? Driving and racing is just fun on its own. It's about the competition. It's about good sportsmanship. Good race, sir. And then they drive off, and then that's it. We really don't ever get an explanation for why Steven hates the guy so much, and why he's willing to go through such great lengths just to beat him in a race. It really feels really contrived. Like, they just really want to have a race episode. They don't really care why, what's the reason behind it. It's just, no, shut up. We just want to have a race episode. We want to pay homage to all those, like, old school racing movies and, like, Speed Racer and stuff like that. Just shut up. We just want to have it happen because we want to. Just be quiet. It doesn't matter why. It's just racing. That's what it felt like to me, anyway. I mean, the episode has good things in it. I mean, it's a great looking episode. I thought all the driving scenes looked good. I didn't think the race was particularly interesting. The music during the race was good, and I like how Greg is treating, you know, being rich. He's kind of like, fuck it. You know, I got a lot of money, but I don't care. It's not all that important. Money's not important to that guy. I love Greg. He's awesome. He even tries to, like, dish out some knowledge. Like, hey, man, hatred's kind of a strong word. You know, maybe you shouldn't be blindly trying to beat this guy. I mean, they steal his car. Like, that's one thing that the episode never really goes into. He stole his dad's car. This episode is just really out of character for Steven. Such a likable guy, and he steals a car in this episode. He gets Connie to fuse with him. I mean, like, Connie's kind of pissed off at Kevin too, but she's not nearly as upset as Steven seems to be about it. It kind of like parallels the whole Ruby and Sapphire argument in Keystone Hotel. Like, Ruby was like, how can you not be angry about this? I'm losing my mind. And then, like, Sapphire's like, I am angry about it. Can't you see the fury on my face? This is blind rage. This is what it sounds like. And I like that I'm pretty sure that was intentional. It's pretty much like a parallel to that situation. Connie's mad about it, but she's taking it in a much mature way, and Steven's just like, oh god, I hate Kevin. It's just like, it's so out of character for him. Like, I've never seen him this angry at anybody before. He wasn't even this mad at Lars for saying something terrible about his mother in Lars and the Cool Kids. Like, he wasn't even that mad then. So why is he so angry at this guy? I don't get it. I don't really know. Stevonnie's a badass character, and I can't wait for this character to do what everybody knows she's gonna end up doing. She's gonna be a badass warrior, Xena, sword, shield, fucking shit up, riding on lion. It's gonna be awesome when they finally make her, like, relevant to the plot, but she keeps being in, like, spin-off episodes where it's just like, we danced, and then we street raced, and it's like, oh my god, make her do something awesome. Like, make her do something badass. Make her fight a giant monster. I don't think has she ever fought anything? She's never fought anything. Like, never been in a fight. Nothing magical has ever even happened to Stevonnie. Like, that's what bugs me. Like, it drives me crazy with this fusion. I like seeing Steven and Connie together, though. I mean, like, I like how, at this point, it seems like them fuse, like, they don't even show them fusing on screen this episode. I feel like at this point, they're so good at it that it's like, they can do it on cue. Like, that's so awesome. Which drives me even more crazy, because it's like, you guys can fuse on cue. Use it in a fight, please. I can't wait. The first time Stevonnie throws down in a fight, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna fanboy out like crazy, because it's gonna be badass. She's a cool character. I just want to see her do something awesome other than street race. I thought the ending was pretty funny. I like the very end of it. Like, she's so sassy. Like, I like when both of their personalities are together, and that voice actor nails it. I don't know what the voice actor is, but she reminds me of, like, Korra from The Legend of Korra. And while I don't really like that show all that much, I like that. Like, I like that personality. Like, she's so awesome. Their personalities mixed together not only make for a really badass looking fusion, but she's also cool. Like, she's just chill. I like. Really? Wow! You are the loudest plane in America! Anyway, that's pretty much all I gotta say about the episode. I didn't think it was all that great. I love Stevonnie. Can't wait to see her actually, like, live up to her potential and do something badass. But yeah, I've rambled long enough. That's pretty much all I gotta say. And as always, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.
Go Speed Racer, go Speed Racer, go Speed Racer, go!